Welcome, everybody. It is Mama Heart, and I'm out in the Jellyfish Barn where I originally started my Mama Heart videos 3 years ago this summer. So it's been 3 years that you guys have been getting these little videos, some live, some just videoed and then put on my page. So today I was doing my detox salt bath and doing my energy work, and I was struck with the thought of a post that one of my cousins put up yesterday about, is anybody else's soul hurting? I believe it was, is your soul hurting or aching? And yes, mine is. My soul has been deeply troubled, and I wanted to speak about that. My last post, I believe, it shed a little bit of tears. So I want you to know that I am not free. I am not faultless in saying things that were inappropriate, in laughing at things that in the 70s people laughed at. But I do believe everybody has an opportunity to take this time and really reassess, reevaluate, and identify what changes you can make. You personally, Robin personally, Mama Heart, what can I do differently? And since the last video, I've spoken with total strangers on the events that are going on, and a varied amount of positions and opinions. And that will always be the case. There will always be opinions. There will always be a different position. But are you willing to listen? And part of Mama Heart's acronym LOVE, listen, be open, be vulnerable, and expect change. That is the only way things can change. And I was reminded, being a mother of now 42 years, I was reminded, not saying anyone is childish. I'm just going back to when I was a mother of young children, and I would share things like, I love you, and they couldn't hear it. And I recall realizing that if you tell someone, I care, but they don't feel like you care, it doesn't matter what you say. And I'm not saying anyone's childish. I'm just saying, let's be reminded of what it is. If someone says, I care about your position, I care about Black Lives Matter, I care about whatever, but people aren't feeling that they're cared about. They're not feeling that they're heard. So all my words don't really matter. So how do we let people feel heard, valued, and allow the change to happen? I don't have any answers, but I do know there are a lot of people who feel justified in a position that isn't serving humanity. So you can be right in your own mind, but it's not serving your community. So there's a breaking point. And I believe we are in some breaking points. The earth is groaning, the earthquakes and the storms, and it's almost feeling the negative energy that we humans are bringing up. And I'm not saying negative energy on all levels is wrong, but the word love is powerful. That opposite word is also powerful. What are you using for your moving forward? Are you coming from a place of the H word? And that's HTE. Are you coming from the place of love? Someone made fun of me yesterday because I don't even like to say it. The word has such power. And I really want to encourage how you speak, how someone hears you is really important. So if you're coming from an intention of love, that love intention is going to be heard even if your words get mixed up. Also, If the H word is coming from your intention, that is going to be felt and heard no matter what words you're saying, probably the best words in the universe. So everybody needs to assess where they're coming from, what they're willing to do, and what changes they're willing to make to bring us together. Let there be peace on earth. There was a song that kept rolling in my mind. And how do we facilitate peace when people don't feel heard, people don't feel justified, people don't feel valued? And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of that in a lot of circles, in a lot of cultures. And we're dealing with one right now, which is very important. But how can I make a difference, whoever is in front of me? How can you make a difference, whoever is in front of you? It's powerful. If you have children, start speaking into them powerful words. Start being mindful of the intention you have before you teach your children things. Because many children were taught a long time ago that white is right. I do recall hearing that one time, or more than once. Okay, so that's not it. We are a melting pot of everything. This new Ancestry.com and the learning your DNA, I don't think anyone is pure, like, I have a whole bunch of things. I might be white, but I have a bunch of nationalities that are all different. If I really realize we're all made up of a lot and we're all related. I didn't come from pond scum. I came from the very beginning when God created man, then he made woman because he was lonely and that was right. And so in that, no matter how you want to believe it, we came, that just got biblical and I don't believe I came from pond scum. I came from the beginning when God created heavens and the earth, and then he created man, and this is where we are. And how are we going to make a difference and realize from the beginning, we all came from the same DNA. We all are related, and how are we going to now relate to one another with the vast amount of differences, opinions, political views, sexual orientations. There are so many things that get in the way of people's willingness to just love. I want to be a vessel of love. I want to be a vessel to be used for bringing healing to this planet, however that is. So I came back to my original spot in the chapel and saying, I think the original spot was in front of the bottles. Okay, right over here. So I'm going to go back to the original spot was right here. The original spot is I want, if it's just with one person, to make a difference. I want to be that difference. I want to express love, gratitude, and as my soul is aching for change, I pray and I trust that we can all be the change that we need. So once again, it's Mama Heart, LOVE, listen, be open, be vulnerable, and expect change. And out here in the jellyfish barn, I want it to begin with me. Much love.